Are you still struggling with how to get your skies in your watercolor paintings to look believable, to look real and luminous and beautiful? Hi, I'm Margaret with Sacramento Art Classes, and I have a short video that will give you some tips and some hints of how to make beautiful, believable skies in watercolors. And if you stick around till the end of the video, I'll talk to you about my free supply list as well. So let's go. Painting good watercolor skies is one of the trickiest things that you can do in watercolors. I'm showing you some of my samples of work that I did in my sketchbook with different kinds of skies. And since we are doing skies, water content is very, very important on this. So I highly recommend that you use 100% cotton paper for this. And I'm going to encourage you to use your largest brush that you feel comfortable with. I'm going to use this number 20 round. And you probably need to have a Kleenex too for a couple of different reasons. So if you have a Kleenex or a piece of toilet paper, we want that. And your colors today, let me zoom you in a little bit so you can see a little bit better. Your colors today, let's use a gray, like a Payne's gray or a neutral tint. I'm going to use a blue. A good all-around blue is cobalt blue, and then I'll use a red and a yellow for these. So here's a quick look at my palette here. I've already got my colors mixed. Here is my neutral tint, my cobalt blue. I apologize for that ring light making a reflection there. This is quinacridone red, which is kind of a pinky red, and I like a warm yellow, and I'm using Hansa Yellow Deep for this. So one thing that's almost always true for skies is the first pass is generally what sets the scene for everything. So the more you mess with it, the more difficult it is if you for you to get a good sky if you keep on going back into it. And then we'll get on to number 3. This is the most difficult one, I think. So I need a little space here. Let me readjust some things. This will be a sunset sky. There's going to be 3 colors in there, basically red, yellow, and blue. And if you can always remember that yellow and blue are never friends, you'll already have a level of success there. Because if you mix yellow and blue together, you have green, and I'm pretty sure you don't want to have green in your sky. So just like I did with the other 2, I'm pre-wetting my sky. And I do, on all of these, I had kind of a pretty even shine on here. Not like a big, huge lake or puddle, but definitely an even shine. And the longer you let that sit there and dry out, the less quickly your paint moves. So since we're just doing this real quick, I am going with a real shiny sky here. Okay, so let's say it's a sunset. So up here, I'm going to have my blue, right? And remember, yellow and blue, never friends. Here's some blue. La la la. And then as a barrier between my blue and yellow, I can use pink, or it's red actually. It's quinacridone red, but it is a pinky red. And quickly before things start to dry up, I can put a few little bits of this in there, just random places. And you know, skies are all different. Maybe you want to tip this one side to side or up and down rather than letting having your brush do all the work for you. Use gravity instead. All right, so now I'm safe to put yellow because I'm only gonna let yellow touch the pink. And I can even go into pink right now and put some below the yellow and just kind of see what's gonna happen. So before I add any more paint, I'm gonna do a little tipping here. You have to be careful because when it's really wet, your colors might try to get on up into that blue more than you want. Okay, so there's kind of a mixture happening there. Then we can come back in with the Kleenex. This is a good time to use your corner to kind of drag things around a bit. So just barely sweeping that across, keeping the yellow separate from the blue. But maybe I want a little mixture up in here between pink and blue. And again, just like with all clouds and watercolor in general, it's best if you let it do its own thing versus forcing it too much or manipulating it too much, because then you get a crazy mess. All right, so here are 3 different kinds of skies. We'll come back to it in a second when it's dry, but thank you for watching. I have a free supply list, some of my favorite things over the 25 years that I've been painting. If you click the link in the description, you can get that supply list for free, and it has even links inside the supply list to take a look at the different products and see what you like on various sites. So I will show you this when it's all dry, but thanks for being here. Give me a thumbs up or share with a friend if you liked it.